We are going to share ideas so that we can all learn from each other. It is important to do the thing we do consistently and continuously. So we'll look at the importance of continuous learning. In everything that we do, it is important we do it consistently. And to do that, it must be done continuously. My slide is not moving. Let me just see what the challenge is and come back to it.
Joanna, when you put it in slide mode, press letter J on your keyboard.
J.
When you put it in slide mode, then you press J.
Okay. Then I can move there. Okay. Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you. Okay, so we want to look at continual learning is the key to continual living. There is a saying that the moment you stop learning, that is the beginning of your death. It means that learning is important if you want to continue to exist. Learning is important. You cannot do without it. So consistency refers to regularly engaging in learning activities over time. Over time. So it is not an event. It's not a one-off thing. It is something that must be done continuously over time. So it is about maintaining a steady, disciplined approach of acquiring knowledge and skills. So if you want to learn continuously, the focus must be that you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. And in becoming disciplined, it will help you to acquire the knowledge that you are looking for and build the skills that you require. And in our projects, in our got backup projects, continual learning is a key. It's a key if you will really advance in this project. The moment you onboard somebody or you register as a reseller or a member of this project, that is when the learning starts. You would have to learn how to upload your picture. You will have to learn how to back up your data. You would have to learn how to set up your accounts. You would have to learn how to generate a link for your uplines to be able to use it to register if they don't want to use their ATM card. You would have to learn where to go to look for your mission. It is learning, learning, and learning. And this learning must be continuous. If you just do it as an event, so you take one aspect and you learn that aspect alone, and you do not learn the other parts, you are not going to make it to the top because it's going to be impartial. You have learned something, but because it was not consistent, you will not acquire the knowledge that you are looking for, and you also not build the skill that you need to be able to advance in this project. So continuous learning or continual learning is very, very important, and it's a key. Every week, Monday, there is a presentation. Tuesday, there is a presentation. Friday, there is a presentation. Saturday, there is an international presentation. And then Sunday, there is a presentation. If not for anything at all, at least twice in a week, we should make time to learn, purpose in our hearts. We look at the other things we need to put in place when we are looking at consistency when it comes to learning. So it is important that we make up our mind that the moment we come on board, learning becomes part of us because it is a key to our continual living. Now, my slide is not showing again. Doc, do I press the J again? Okay, let me move it from slide mode.
Okay. Yes, you can press the J again or just click it. Clicking is not working. Yeah.
The clicking is working.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to look at some benefits of consistent learning in God backup. When you learn consistently in this project, what do you stand to benefit? Is there any benefit at all? Now we are saying that we should learn continuously, but if I do that, what do I stand to benefit? If there are any benefits, then probably I may want to consider it. But if there are no benefits, then it is of no use. Let me tell you, there are so many benefits. The first one is that it helps you build strong habits if you learn continuously in this project. You know, one of the things that we are expected to do is, and our mentor has been doing it so well, to send messages, share messages in the page, share messages with our downlines, share information with people that we want to invite to be part of this project. It must be a habit. When you say the thing is a habit, it means that it must be part of you. It's not an event. You don't do it once and then forget about it, but you have to do it every time. And you must do it with ease because the thing has become part of you. It's a habit. So one of the benefits is that it helps you build that habit of inviting people, that habit of sharing information, that habit of sharing the project with others and bringing them on board. And when you do that, it also helps you build your team. Okay. And another benefit is that it enhances retention of information on God backup. When you are called by a downline and you are driving, you don't have any information that you want to refer to. Are you able to give meaningful information? If yes, then it means that the information that you have acquired from this project, you have retained it. So you don't even need to refer to anything. If somebody calls you and then asks you, oh, how do I generate a link to register somebody who wants to use Momo? And you can just guide the person without making reference to any documents. Then it means that you have really built the habits. And you can only do that if you learn continuously or the learning is consistent. It also leads to mastery over time. You become a master of the thing. So I have seen Madam Enyo over the period presenting the business side. And very soon you realize that she'll take over. That's how it is. Dr. Dorothy started like that. She will start, Dr. KOA will end, and she took over. Madam Enyo is also gradually coming. I'm sure very soon she'll also take over. So she's gradually becoming a master over time on what she's doing because she's doing it consistently. I want to give relevant examples so that you can relate with it. So if we learn continuously, these are some of the benefits that we do. We become master over the thing. And you can, if you are a master over the thing, then it means that you do it with ease without struggling. So when somebody invites you to do a presentation, it doesn't take much for you to get yourself prepared because you've done it over a period. It has become a habit. You have become a master over that thing and it becomes easy. It also increases confidence in the God backup services and projects. If you are learning consistently in this project, your confidence in telling people about it increases. You know, at times people say that, why is it that I wasn't able to convince somebody, but I did a third party call and then the person on the other side was able to convince the person? It is because of the confidence. When you are telling somebody about the project and you yourself, it becomes difficult for the person to believe what you're saying. But if the person observes that what you are saying, there are a lot of wisdom in what you're saying, you are confident about it, and you are not doubting you yourself, you are not doubting what you're saying, the person will know that, oh, what this person is saying is something that I would want to try. And it's a benefit from consistent learning. You will not build that confidence if you don't learn. That's why wisdom is power. If you have knowledge, you are confident because you know that what you are saying is true. And if anybody cross-checks it, the person knows that, yes, what you are saying is the truth. And you yourself, you don't have any challenge. So it increases confidence. So let us learn consistently in this project so that our confidence will increase. It will lead to us becoming masters over time. The knowledge that we will learn from this project, we'll retain it, and then it will become a habit. So we build a very strong habit. I want us to look at how do we become consistent in this project. Let's practicalize it. Now, one of the things I want to share is that let us not be too hard on ourselves. Now, there are meetings about 4 or 5 meetings in a week. Look at the ones that will work for you and be consistent with those ones. If Sunday evening works very well for you, be consistent. Every Sunday, try and be there. Let nothing take you away. So you prioritize that Sunday meeting and then you are there. If Monday evening works for you, be there. If Tuesday evening works for you, be there. Don't be too hard on yourself. Other than that, you will not be able to be consistent. But to be consistent, you have to be flexible and then look at what works for you. But don't miss out on anything. Make sure whatever you are, or which of the days that you are picking is something that you can be consistent on. And if for whatever reason you are not able to honor those days that you have chosen for yourself, it's okay. You don't give up. You start again. So this week, I was not able to do 3 times in the week. Next week, let me try and see whether I will be able to do 2 or 3 times. So if you go wrong in one week, don't give up. Make sure you do it again. And then the timings. So as I said earlier, if initially you wanted to do Sundays and then you tried and you realized that it is conflicting with something of yours, look at another flexible time that will work for you. Will Saturday afternoon work for you? If yes, go for Saturday afternoon, And then if you've not started joining the weekly programs at all, you can start with once in a week. So do a little bit a day, even if it is, so you do a little bit in a week, even if it is once in a week. Do the once in a week first. You learn something. You save some information. And the moment you register one person, you are a leader. When you become bronze, you are a leader. When you become copper, you are a leader. You have 2 people under you. How are we mentoring them? How are we mentoring them? So we have to be consistent in our learning so that we'll build the required knowledge and skills to be able to lead the people that we have brought on board. It is not every time that we'll have to refer the people that we have brought on board to others. We have to be a leader over them. Let them see us as leaders so that the confidence that they had in us when we told them about this project, they will still have those confidence and continue to be part of our team. Other than that, after 1 year, you see people canceling their sign in. They are no longer interested. They cancel or they suspend it. They suspend their membership. And when the members under us are suspending their membership, it affects our leadership. So it is important that we learn consistently and keep them on board. And then we should make the learning habits part of our regular routine. So if you know that your day ends at 5 p.m. and on Tuesday there are trainings, you want to be part of it, see yourself that your day, or tell yourself that your day on Tuesdays ends at, let's say, 9, not 5. Because if you end the day at 5, then it means that the evening program is not part of your routine. Do it in such a way that people will not get you on those days and say that, oh, as for this person, if you call him or her on Tuesday evening, she's not available because she's in a meeting or she has a presentation to attend. Let it be part of your regular routine. Let it be part of your regular routine. And that's the only way that you can be consistent, because you let the presentation or the opportunity to learn be part of your daily routine. And then learn from when things go wrong. So when there's an opportunity for you to even share what you have learned and you do it for the first time and it doesn't go well, don't give up. Take the opportunity again. I mean, you will learn something from it. And I'm sure the next time you get the opportunity, you'll be able to do it well. So you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. At times, we are given the opportunity to do a presentation and you see that we are all running around, giving the excuses here and there. But if you take the opportunity, realize that, yes, it will help you build your confidence. It will help you to be consistent. And the knowledge that you have acquired, you will also be able to share with others. And then probably the last one I will explain under the tips that we need to be consistent is find the best time of the day. And I think I've said something about it already. The best time of the week that works for you. And you know, it's not only about the presentations. We have the God Backup Bible. It is time that we go through it line by line to understand everything in there. And every now and then it is being updated. When we started this project, there was no comp plan. The ranking was based on the amounts that has been credited to you or the money that you have made. At a point in time, the comp plan was introduced, and you need to learn. You need to read around it. You need to understand the information or the document so that you'll be able to share and build the team that you are bringing on board. So it is important that we find the best time that will work for us so that we learn. Personally, it's difficult for me to do a lot of WhatsApp thing during working hours, but I try and find time early in the morning or late afternoon. So if that is the time that works for me, at that time, I can open the information, at least a page or two. You learn something, you jot something down, something that you had not paid attention to, you pay attention to it, so that when you get the opportunity to share or to explain to somebody, you'll be able to do it well, because it will be disappointing if you are consulted on an issue and you give a wrong information. If you give a wrong information, people will lose confidence in you. They say, oh, they will say you are not a serious person because you didn't have information and you were sharing the information. So it is important that we become consistent in learning in this project, so that at the end of the day, we'll acquire the required, or we'll gain the knowledge that we are expected to have and build the skill that we need to advance in this project. Now, how do we build consistency in this God Backup business? We are saying that we have to set achievable goals. Set a goal that is achievable, a goal that is realistic, that can be achieved. Now, if you look at your schedule and you realize that it is not possible for you to be in all the meetings in a week, don't set a goal and say that as for this week, I'm going to be in all the meetings. You know, it's not realistic. If it is once in a week you can attend, set that goal. At the end of the week, see whether it has been achieved and see how you can improve upon it. And create a steady schedule. Create a steady schedule. If this week, this is what you intend to study, it's like a timetable. Have it documented so that you know that, okay, this week I'm looking at the comp plan. Next week, I'm looking at how to set my pay pick. Next week, I'm looking at how to create an account or a link for my upline. Next week, I'm looking at how to place my downline on my tree. You know, have a steady schedule. Know what you want to study at a time. If you don't have a plan, it will be difficult for you to adhere to anything. You will not be consistent because nothing is guiding you. Nothing is checking you. But if you have a plan, you are likely to refer to that plan and evaluate yourself to see whether you have been able to meet the goal that you have set or not. And then start small. If you want to build consistency, it is important to start small and gradually increase the time or difficulty. So if it's one page you want to read or learn a day, do it. If you want to increase it the following week, gradually. Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Don't undermine little beginning. It is very, very, very important, because if you start small, you become used to it. I could have done it differently the next time. You add on to the time. So even if it is 10 minutes a day, it's like doing your quiet time. If you're a Christian and you are doing your quiet time and you start maybe 2 minutes a day, you realize that gradually you'll be increasing the time without you knowing that you are increasing the time. Because now you would want to read pages of the Bible because the 2 minutes is no longer enough for you. It's the same way. Learning consistently, you need to set a time for yourself. Start gradually. Increase it consistently. You know, at the early stages, it may be difficult. It may not be interesting. I mean, you may think that it's a time wasting, but at the end of the day, you realize that it's paid off because you would have invested time and the time would have given you a better returns. And then one of the things that will also help us is that if you set a target and probably you want to do something at a particular time, use reminders. Use reminders. You can use we are lucky in our time, we have alarm on our phones. So you can just set an alarm. Don't give an excuse that, oh, I slept off. If you know that you wanted to be part of the program, you can't sleep off. Why? Because you would have to set a reminder. So if you set an alarm and the alarm is very close to you, when it is time, it will ring. And when the alarm rings and you are even in your sleep, wake up. At times, the alarm will alert us, but we will intentionally not listen. I mean, we will intentionally not wake up because we've made up our mind not to be part. But if you really want to be part and learn, we want to commit our times to something. If we set reminders and the reminders alert us or respond, and if we do that, it's going to be beneficial to us. So these are a few steps that will help us build consistency in our God Backup project. It is important for us to learn continuously. So in conclusion, I'm going to say that constant learning is the key to success. Constant learning is the key to success. We want to be successful in this business, yes. We want to reach the level of black diamond, yes. We want to advance from bronze to copper, yes. We want to advance from copper to silver, yes. Do we know what it takes? We have to learn it. We have to learn it, set a goal, set a target, and then pursue it. So if we consistently do what we have started doing, if you have registered one person, how you registered the person, if you are consistent on it, you can register the next person. If you are consistent, you keep multiplying your numbers and then you realize that you are growing. So constant learning is key. Constant learning is key. And if you know what this project can do for you, in fact, I've not advanced that much. I am platinum. I'm still crawling, but I know where this project is taking me. So I'm very serious about it too. I am not playing with it at all. When the small dollars drop and you look at it, say, so this can be doubled. It can be doubled, So please, let us learn constantly. We are privileged to have the information at hand. We are privileged to have leaders who have the information. They are very knowledgeable. Every week, somebody is preparing to come and share with us. Let's take advantage of it. Let's take advantage of it. Learn constantly. Let's keep learning. And I can promise you that if you do that consistently, success will become inevitable. Will definitely succeed. And then this project, you don't only succeed, you succeed and it comes with good reward. Comes with good reward. Apart from your leadership bonus, you are going to get generational bonus. Your sign-up bonus is just what, you get it, customer acquisition bonus. It comes right away when you sign somebody on. So I will conclude by saying that don't give up on yourself. It is important we commit time to this project. Let us be consistent in what we are doing, and it will definitely pay off. On that note, I'll pause here and ask whether there are any questions for me to address. Thank you very much for making time to be part of this presentation and being on the call. There's so many information in the chats. Let me go to the chats to see whether I can address some of them. Madam Enyo, you can also help me with some of the questions if there are any that you can see. Okay. But you can unmute and ask a question if you want to. This is a Zoom call, so we can interact. One place we learn always is here at Zoom. Okay. Another way of learning, teaching. Yes, so Dr. KOA say another way of learning is teaching what you learn. It makes you fully understand. Exactly. Thank you, Dr. KOA. This business will build you first, and then you build your house. Oh, yes. Learn or practice. Yeah. Okay, let's hear you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Dr. Joana.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, this is Lovely.
Your name again,
Lovely
please.
from the Lovely.
Lovelace.
Yes.
Lovelace Lai.
from the, yes, please.
Oh, okay. I see.
I just, yes, please, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you too? Congratulations on
When
your
I
award.
saw you, I was, thank you. My friend has been sending me the links to join every now and then. I'm like, what at all is this? I don't get the understanding. And usually when I join, I don't see familiar faces. But
Okay.
today when I joined, I even minutes ago. I just remember that you. I'm like, okay, then I'm at. So I'm like, okay. Even though now that I
Evening, we have a presentation. Rita will be delivering a good presentation for us on Thursday evening. So please, every Tuesday and every Thursday, we come to absorb quantity of knowledge like this. Please, I implore you, don't see this knowledge as only for go backup. If you take it well, you will see that the knowledge will benefit you in your normal life. I have seen a lot of benefits by becoming part of this industry in general. It has made me better. In fact, I've gone to programs in several places in the world. And when I talk, and I'm talking about talking along with other professors, when I talk, these other professors see me as way above them. Meanwhile, they are above me on paper. And the reason is because I learn from these programs. They don't attend self-development programs like this. And so their communication skills are weak. Unlike here, Dr. Joana, you said it right. Anyanam was not like she is now. Laura is not like she was before. Even Dorothy, I remember the first time I met Dorothy, Dorothy was so silent that her family members said, how was she able to even start talking? Because they know her, how silent she is. If you want to be better in communication, you see she's smiling. She told me herself, okay, if you want to be better in communication, this place will train you. You will not even see it because it's happening gradually. You know, it's like when you're doing exercise and then you go, you want to have 6 packs. You go and do the exercise. Now you come back home, you say, where's my 6 pack? Where's my 6 pack? And the 6 pack is there, it's happening. Then you go again and again and again. By the time somebody sees you, say, what happened? You have 6 packs. The reason is because growth is happening underlying. The growth is happening behind the scenes. And when you understand how growth happens, you will appreciate God Backup because God Backup does that kind of growth for us. Every one of us is growing and you are surrounded by positive people. So please, if you want to be part of the studio that we do on Sunday, just let us know. Say that you want to be interviewed. You want to be interviewed, okay? And the people that come on the studio, we interview them. Come and tell us your story. What made you become part of the Go Backup Service? What made you, what are you enjoying? What you hope to enjoy? What are you enjoying? What you hope to enjoy? Once you say you want to be part, it doesn't matter whether you are rank or rankless. It doesn't matter. We will invite you to come to the studio and share your thoughts. And that is where the beginning of growth starts. That small thing. I remember first time I told Laura, did say, "Don't Mr. What do you have, Mr. And now, Laura can sit here and lecture us. Can you imagine? You know, meanwhile, at that time, she was just going to the interview small for a minute. She says, Mr. Wo, Mr. Wo. So what it does, and she told me that her husband is so happy now. Her husband is so happy when she's sometimes teaching. Then her husband will be sitting there on the corner, laughing and then smiling and all of that. Say, hey, me hearing it. So this thing really, really help us. You will not see it, but growth is happening. So please, let's all come here. First, we learn. And you can see that I don't miss training. Okay? Even though I can do this training, I myself come all the time. Okay? I'm a doctor. I'm a professor. And so what? Learning has no end. It has no end. And the more you avail yourself to these things, you will be better. I'm telling you, you will be better. You will be better. I've seen this thing happening to a lot of people. People don't know. Do you know Bill Gates? When you go to his library, he has 150,000 books in his library. That's Bill Gates. Okay? He reads 15 books a week. That's Bill Gates. Okay. And then when he was asked why, he says, leaders are readers. Leaders are readers, and readers are leaders. Okay. So, and Simon Sinek will tell you the same thing. So the more you avail yourself to knowledge environment, I'm telling you, it's not school. Oh. It's not school. What we are doing here is building people. It is stimulating people, you know, and you are getting better in a way you don't see. It's an invisible betterment. And so when you avail yourself and come here all the time, over time, you will see how you can communicate in a program. You will see how you will communicate in a church. You will learn how to communicate with adoring. You learn how to communicate at a wedding. You learn how to give a speech at a function. You learn how to give a speech as a manager, as a speech at a board. You will become better person, I guarantee you. Because I do most of these things, and it doesn't matter where you go, you will see that your presence is felt because of some few things, but they will not know that something had happened though to you unseen to their eyes, and that something is what is making you a better person. Okay, I know Dorothy wants to share something. If she does, you know, so that she can share, because the way she's smiling, I'll just keep quiet for her to continue, okay, so that she can share some of her own nuggets.
Hi guys, good evening. Dr. Joan, thank you so much for this powerful presentation this evening. In fact, it couldn't have been expressed in any other way. The practicality of it is real. Guys, the things the leaders talk about is not, we are not saying it out of book. We are saying it out of our experiences and our realities. Like Prof said, I don't like camera. I was not a front person. I like to be in my space and be quiet. Even my siblings can see that I've changed. And they're wondering what has changed me. I didn't go to any new school. I got involved in a community which resets my mind. And we should appreciate this community because the teachings and learnings that happen here, there are things that you cannot get anywhere else except by plugging in. And like Dr. Joan says, it takes learning. No one can learn for you. Like nobody can learn it for you because the whole process of learning is the whole process of is making you. And if you intend to make big money, it comes with a personality. The billionaire that you want to become is not the money you have, it's the person you become in the process. So if they call you billionaire, let me use Fulera, the moment you open your mouth, everybody can say Ampa, Akwawe. It's really come from a rich source because you are not just money, you are a whole personality. So let's plug into this community. See, like Dr. Kere said, I just finished an MBA course. My ears didn't even cool. I've jumped into another academia and I have not still left my go back up alone because there's so much in this community that nothing educational system will give me than plugging in here. This is like my happy place, the place where I find me. Everything I'm learning in school, it will continue, but the things I learn here, I can't get it anywhere else. So if I miss a training, I've missed a lot. But what I've even learned today, it doesn't only apply to go back up. It applies to even life, your own thing that you want to do. Maybe go back up is not so passionate for you. In fact, make go back up your passionate thing. Make it your everyday life. Everything we learn here, it transitions into our entire lifestyle. Consistency, it applies in everything. Everything. If you want to get a good grade, the consistency will apply there. If you want to make more money, to apply there. If you want to build a good marriage, to apply there. Everything you are going to do is consistency, and you have to set goals. And everything Dr. Joan has said, just transition it into your own life and see how beautiful you evolve and become. And we are all becoming, guys. We are becoming. All those who attend trainings day by day, week on week, you are becoming. You are just not seeing it. By the time people start telling you you have become something else, then you know, hey, all of this was not worth it. So let's plug in. This is the best community you can be in. You get like Dr. Kere told me from the beginning, this is a self-development program with a payment plan attached to it. As you are growing personally, you're also growing your income. So learn for you. Learn for your future. Each of us here is a leader, guys. Each of us here is a leader. And so you own that role. You always feel like somebody must help you. The moment you learn the things and you start talking, you know that you've changed and you are able to actually help somebody else. And you get better the more and more you help people. The teachers are excellent because they've taught the thing over and over and over. They can close their eyes and talk about it. It's the same with everything. The more and more you present and present, guys, I didn't start presenting like this, just like that too. I remember the very first day Prof told me to present. We were having a normal conversation like this, and it goes like, "Hey, Dorothy, so we are going live. So I want you to be on the call. You talk about this aspect." I'm like, "Oh no, Prof, I'm not ready. I'm not ready." It's like, "Oh, you do it." After doing the first one, it was easier to do the next one, and it became easier and easier and easier. And now, if you call me at any random time to present, I'm ready to talk. I was not like that. Trust me. I have become this person, and you can become that person. I just recently started school, guys. 2 weeks into training, I was given a topic to present to consultants. This is me 2 weeks into training. Just I mean, I didn't can do baby. But I was like, oh, I just applied the same principles. Guys, up till now, people meet you like, hey, I was on that representation. You did well, Papa. You did well, Papa. I'm like, hey, is this really me? And this is me because I've been presenting on Go Back Up and presenting to people and standing in front of people. So how to express is not a problem for me anymore. And you never know where you need it unless you start practicing it. So you become a very awesome person by committing to this. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have in hand. So let's plug in.
So on that note, you'll be presenting again. Anybody who wants to present, please let us know. You
they said they'll give me another one. I told them I beg, I have to learn.
Everybody will present. Okay. See, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you've never presented yet, forget it. Full stop. I mean, Joanna, you know how I was on you before you started doing this? You know?
Yes, Prof.
You know, even this training you did, look at how happy you are. Look at how happy we are because you are here. It is not you. We will not all be here. But look at the way I insisted, Joanna, do this thing today. We'll do this thing. See how happy we all are. The joy of the result is as a result of the pain of the start.
Exactly.
The joy of the result is as a result of the pain of the start. Okay, so the start is painful, but the end is joyful. Okay. So the start is always going to be painful, and it's like the business. The business is going to be painful. You will talk to 100,000 people, nobody will mind you. You talk to 20,000, they will mind you. The joy at the end is because of the pain of the start. It will be painful, I guarantee you. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It's hard, day. It's hard, day. You know, it's hard, Jai. It's hard, day. But you will win. You have to appreciate. See, Dorothy, when you were talking, you know something came to my mind. You know the footballers who get millions and millions and millions, and they have not built themselves. After they leave the football field, now they go on retirement. Immediately, they start losing their money, if you have observed. They start losing. They start losing. They start losing. After 5 years now, you don't even hear, but that Lampe is broke. This one is broke. That one is broke. Yes, so these guys were getting 100,000 pounds, 200,000 pounds. The reason is because they have not become the income. They have not learned to become the income. So what we are becoming, what you are listening to it now, it will build you. Okay. The last time I was discussing with Dorothy, when we start teaching the investment principle, remember when we talk about, okay, and people get to know how to become a millionaire, even with 3,000 every month. If you are earning 3,000 Ghana cedis every month, we can teach you how to become a millionaire in 20 to 25 years. Full millionaire, even while you are eating your income. There are principles. So please let us all avail ourselves, and then we can do. Dr. Edward Atefo has raised his hand. Yes, Edward, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening to you all. Actually, I was having challenges with my network, so I couldn't join from the start. I am just requesting for the recorded version. If at the end of the program, if you can share with us, so that whatever we missed, we will be able to go through it and pick something from it. Yeah.
All right, thank you. You get it. No problem at all. Okay, so Joanna, back to you. If anybody
Okay.
wants to comment.
Okay. Madam Benyo, your hand is up. Let's hear you, please.
Yes. Thank you for all the things you told us. These are very true things. And this is one thing that I would like to remind those who have children. We always want our children to live better than us. This is one of the best way you can teach them. When they've seen that you've been someone who has accomplished a lot, but you are still learning on regular basis. I have a grandfather who wakes up at 2 a.m. ever since I knew him. He wake up at 2 a.m. and be learning. I was commenting recently and someone had said, no wonder I'm also like this. If you train your children to be learners, there's nowhere in the world they will go and not succeed. Because no matter what you do, the only thing that can take you from one level to the other is your ability to learn. And if you are doing the learning and they see it on daily basis, they cultivate such a habit. And you know that they are set up in life. You don't need to open a bank account for them, build for them or do anything. They are set for life. So these things that we are learning, it's not for joke. It is something we have to apply in our lives so that the only way people will see we've changed is that our habits has changing. And it comes from learning. Thank you so much, Dr. Joana, for this wonderful training.
Thank you very much, Madam Benyo. Thank you, Dr. KOA. Thank you, Dr. Dorothy, Dr. Bernard, Atifa. In fact, I can't mention everybody's name. Madam Fulera, your consistency is admirable. Thank you all for being on the call. It's been a wonderful time interacting and learning from each other. On that note, thank you, Prof. If you will give us a final remark so that we can end the call.
Ladies, I want to thank everyone. It might look like you are not moving, but you are moving. You see, movement is invisible first before it becomes visible. Movement is what makes a child actually walk is because the child is learning how to walk while the child is not actually walking. What makes a child to be born is because there was an invisible growth happening in the womb. Invisible growth happening in the womb for 9 months before it becomes visible. It takes time for visibility to show. It takes time. Everything you see today is as a result of invisibility. The result, it took time. Please go and check records very carefully, and you see that it took God years to be able to prepare the earth that he made. Okay, sometimes scientists will put billions of years that the earth has existed. Okay, so there have been times and times and times again where things take time. If you are not seeing results, it doesn't mean that result is not happening. Results happen over time, not overnight. Results happen over time, not overnight. Okay? And so once we appreciate that, we will see the results as long as we are doing the little time. Do not be angry at yourself. Do not be angry at your business. Do not be angry at your leaders. Take the consolation from the fact that you are getting knowledge from this and apply the little you can. Because I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, the next couple of years, when God back up is standing so tall. I keep telling people that if I was in Africa by now, many people will be burning. Time is coming when God back up is standing tall, people will say that you, who is now bronze pet, people will say that it's because you came first. It's because you came first. That is why you are there. But not because you came first, it's because you stayed whilst others left. It's because you continued whilst others left. Many people have left. Many people have come. The end will justify the means. The people that are staying, the end will justify the means. The people that are communicating, the end will justify them. The people that are fighting with their blood in this business, I'm telling you, the end will justify the means. Okay, Dorothy is already seeing the result. Joanna is already seeing the result. And is already seeing the result. Not monetary, not the money. As for the money, they forget it. See, if your goal for coming here is only the money, then that is why you are struggling, because you will not get the money in the first year. If you happen to get it in the first year, it's just a bonus. But you got to value the invisible part of the reality, the invisible part of the reality. If you value that, you will see that it is helping you in significant ways. And over time, the money will come. If you see that those of us who are making some very, very good money, it's because we have built ourselves. We have learned. In fact, I have learned in a previous company so much before coming here. Okay? And that was about 8 years. So you have to allow time. You have to allow time. It won't happen. Success will never happen. Success is buried right underneath your frustration. You have to be frustrated. Look at how Donald Trump was frustrated. Okay? He was so frustrated, I got to a point he had to attack the Capitol because he needed to be a president. And he had to move on. Even when somebody wanted to kill him out of the way, he had to push. With blood coming out of his ears, he was shouting, fight, fight, fight. And somebody said, with your blood, won't you go underground into the car? You're shouting, fight, fight. Okay? You've got to fight your own battle before you can win your own war. You have to understand. And ladies and gentlemen, I think people give up so quickly. It's easy to give up. It's so easy. So the easy way is what we want. There's no easy way in the road of success. Go and ask God, and God will tell you that if it was easy, he will not even allow his son to die, because they have power to stop death. God has power to stop death of his son. He can bring life and stop death. So why would he subject himself to go through death? Meanwhile, the son was made as immortal, and yet he has to die because of our iniquities. My point is that if you understand the essence of pain, the essence of agony, you will go through it. You go through it. If you understand why you have to go through pain, you will go through pain. It will not be painful anymore. And so, thank you indeed for sharing this with us. And next time when I call you, you will now come so beautifully and come and vomit all of these wonderful things with us. And lovely to see you fool around with your child, even though you are in Belgium, a very wonderful country. You are living the land and your dreams. You are always consistent. Okay, you are doing so well. Which part of Belgium are you? Are you in Brussels?
No, I'm in Bruges.
Oh, Bruges. Okay. And I see that you have a child. You see, people don't know you have a child, though. And yet you are always talking. You are always consistent. You're taking care of your child whilst you are working at the same time. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to this lady. She is so humble that she doesn't matter whether she's living in Europe. She's always consistent. Is there anything you want to tell us?
To be sincere, what I love about this God backup is the personal development. Usually you talk about Madam Laura. I'm just like her. I feel so like I can speak all right, but I lack that confidence. And all my life, that has always been my dream, like to be someone who can stand her ground, speak her mind, like to inspire the world, something of that sort. And that alone keeps me going, knowing that I have people that understands, like, from my point of view, like having a dream that you can't express, but someone understands it. So I'm really, really, really grateful to be in this community, and I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you for all the wonderful work you are doing. We really appreciate your great job and the great gift that you have been giving to us. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure having all of us here. And Joanna, thank you for putting this together. And now that I know that anytime you come here, you bring joy. I mean, you know what is going to continue. So thank you very much indeed, everybody. The recording will be given to all of us. Thank you, Joanna, for putting all this together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye.
Bye.